And I get it. I get that aspect of it. What I think makes you and the groups you bring a little different than media groups per se is they typically are only interested in that superficial, follow them in the day of their life kind of thing, because it's a sideshow to them, which is always what's made, if you and I spent too much time together, we'd find a whole plethora of things that we don't agree on. But what's interesting to me about you and this experience with you is you do try to go below that, below a facial level of, and point out these are people. This isn't just some, I don't have some thing injected in my brain that makes me behave this way. I've come to this conclusion. Now, what drove me to the conclusion? And that's interesting to me about what you do with this group, which is kind of why I think there's other people have a similar thought about it, which is why we keep saying come back. We'll talk to you some more.
I'm a little confused by what you said. You said other people. You mean other people in the church?
Yeah, right.
So I don't want to get too distracted by it, but when you said you're interested in it, right? That's the kind of thing you said.
Mm-hmm.
When I have a student in a paper who writes something that's interesting, these kinds of experiences, I'm often crossing that out and saying, I need you to elaborate on that, or I need you to use other words. So I'd be curious. I'm not.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't mean to sound
No.
It's not like I'm criticizing you.
No, I get it. I get it.
Just a lighthearted way of saying, can you
So the better word.
Spell it out.
Yeah. The better word for me to have used is curious, rather than interesting.
Okay.
Because I don't know. Like, we had some guys, I don't know, 6 or 9 months, again, terrible with the calendar, from Germany come in, and they were a TV show.
Okay.
All I cared about with that was making sure that we gave them as much Bible as we could in as short a period of time as possible, because for them, their audience and their production of their show is basically a sideshow. What's curious to me about you, and one of the reasons why I love having you come back, is I don't know where you're going with all of this. So I don't know what audience may come across your work. I don't know what students, like, these young people may go out in the world and be impacted by something I've said, mm-hmm. that then creates some other chain reaction,
right.
to some other person. And so for me, it's very, very different than interacting with normal media, because I latch onto this concept in Scripture it's the foolishness of preaching. I don't know who my words are going to impact.
The seeds.
Yeah. And the sowing. So, and it goes a little bit to what I think you were trying to say earlier about difference of approach or softness of approach, that I think I do have different approaches, by the way.
I agree. I do.
But I think I won't compromise on the end message, but I'll compromise on maybe the path to the end. And you are very intriguing to me around what do you intend to do with all of this. You've heard probably more words from this group of people than any other person who's not part of the group in the last, however many, 5, 6 years, 8 years, yeah, back to the calendar. And for me, you are an excellent exercise in not being goal-oriented, right? A lot of people wouldn't talk to you, other groups, like one of you was talking about clubs, right, and different groupings. A lot of people wouldn't talk to you because you don't have a production date, you don't have a book that's coming out, you don't have a blog that you're going to live blog and tweet and Instagram and whatever tweet and the next thing that they're putting out on the web, right? You're not doing any of those things. So what's so intriguing to me and curious is, what does the Lord have intended here? And I don't know. So I'm gonna put my. I think I have to put my hand to it. I have to play this out
Put
until
my hand to it. What does that mean?
Do it.
do it.
Okay.
I have you in my home.
I'm just letting you say.
And I have to. I think there's a responsibility here for us because we don't know where the words are going to fall.
Yeah.
To engage in as many different ways with different groups of people as we can, different types of people as we